Tonight on People's Court, from a sensational 1989 crime to a possible 2025 redemption, Erik and Lyle Menendez, once infamous for the brutal murder of their parents, now stand on the brink of freedom. After 35 years behind bars, could the tides be turning for the brothers? We delve into the latest developments, courtroom dramas, and the brothers' journey towards potential parole. In the heart of Beverly Hills, where opulence meets secrecy, a chilling crime shattered the veneer of perfection that held a family together. On August 20th, 1989, the Menendez family's mansion became the epicenter of a brutal double homicide that would captivate the nation and unravel a web of deceit, privilege, and hidden torment. Jose Menendez, a Cuban-American entertainment executive, and his wife Kitty were the epitome of the American dream. Their sons, Lyle and Erik, were the beneficiaries of this success, living lives many could only envy. But beneath this facade lay tensions that would culminate in a night of unspeakable violence. That fateful evening, as Jose and Kitty relaxed in their den, they were ambushed and shot multiple times with 12-gauge shotguns. The brutality was staggering. Jose suffered a fatal shot to the back of his head, while Kitty was shot 10 times, her body left unrecognizable. The brothers claimed they had returned home to discover the gruesome scene.
Someone killed my parents. Pardon me? Someone killed my parents. What? Who? Were they shot? Were they shot? Yes.
Suggesting a mob hit due to Jose's business dealings. Initially, the police found no reason to doubt their story. However, suspicions arose as the brothers began spending extravagantly, burning through their inheritance at an alarming rate. Their behavior was inconsistent with grieving sons, prompting investigators to take a closer look. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Erik, burdened by guilt, confessed to his psychologist, Dr. L. Jerome Oziel. Unbeknownst to Erik, these sessions were recorded. Dr. Oziel's mistress, Judelon Smith, learned of the tapes and alerted authorities. Legal battles ensued over the admissibility of these recordings, but eventually they became pivotal evidence. The trial began in 1993, with the defense arguing that years of sexual and psychological abuse by their father drove the brothers to commit these murders. The prosecution painted them as greedy heirs, eliminating their parents for financial gain. The nation was divided. Some saw them as victims, others viewed them as cold-blooded killers. By 1993, the stage was set for one of the most sensational trials in American history. The Menendez brothers stood accused of first-degree murder, and the world watched as the courtroom drama unfolded. Presiding over the trial was Judge Stanley Weisberg. In a move that would set a precedent, he allowed cameras into the courtroom, bringing the trial into living rooms across America. The prosecution painted a picture of cold-blooded killers, motivated by greed and the lure of a multi-million-dollar inheritance. They highlighted the brothers' lavish spending spree following the murders as evidence of their guilt. But the defense, led by attorneys Leslie Abramson for Erik and Jill Lansing for Lyle, presented a starkly different narrative. They claimed the brothers were victims of a lifetime of sexual and emotional abuse at the hands of their father, Jose Menendez. Erik recounted harrowing tales of abuse, stating that the fear of continued torment drove them to commit the unthinkable. The defense argued that the murders were acts of self-defense, born out of desperation and fear. The nation was divided. Some saw the brothers as victims, others as manipulative murderers. The jury, too, was split, leading to a mistrial in 1994. In 1995, a retrial commenced. This time, Judge Weisberg barred cameras from the courtroom. With a single jury for both brothers, the dynamics of the trial shifted. Unlike the initial trial, where the defense introduced extensive testimony about alleged abuse by the brothers' father, the second trial saw significant restrictions. Judge Weisberg limited the defense's ability to present such evidence, excluding key witnesses and psychological experts who had previously testified. Furthermore, the judge removed the option for the jury to consider manslaughter charges, leaving them to decide solely between first-degree murder or acquittal. This decision eliminated the possibility of the jury acknowledging the brothers' claims of acting under duress. Such judicial decisions underscore the profound influence a judge can have on a trial's outcome. By shaping the narrative and limiting the scope of evidence, the judge's rulings can steer the direction of justice. The Menendez brothers' second trial serves as a reminder of how courtroom dynamics and judicial discretion can significantly impact the pursuit of justice. Judge Stanley Weisberg made the call to cut back key parts of the defense. He ruled out expert testimony about the brothers' emotional state and barred some of the most powerful stories of alleged abuse. It was a blow to their defense and a win for the prosecution. Most people think a jury has the final say. But behind the scenes, judges steer the ship. What evidence gets in, what gets left out, and jurors notice. When one side is cut short, it sends a message, a powerful one. Their second trial didn't tell the whole story, and for years, the full weight of that silence hung over their case. Until now. The prosecution doubled down on their narrative of greed and premeditation. The defense, hamstrung by the court's restrictions, struggled to present their case. In March 1996, the jury found Lyle and Erik Menendez guilty of first-degree murder. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Menendez trial marked a turning point in American legal history. It highlighted the complexities of familial abuse, the influence of media on public perception, and the challenges of seeking justice in high-profile cases. Decades later, the case continues to evoke debate and reflection.
The Menendez brothers have done remarkable work, and today is a great day after 35 years.
Erik Menendez cold-blooded killers, or tragic victims pushed to the edge? The answer remains as complex as the case itself. Inside prison walls, the brothers embarked on separate yet parallel journeys of rehabilitation. Erik, housed at Folsom State Prison, and Lyle at Mule Creek State Prison, faced the harsh realities of incarceration. Erik immersed himself in educational pursuits, earning a college degree and becoming a mentor to fellow inmates. He initiated a hospice program, providing comfort to dying prisoners, and participated in suicide prevention efforts. Lyle, known for his calm demeanor, avoided conflicts and contributed positively to the prison community. He led a beautification project, transforming the prison yard into a space of reflection and growth. In 2018, after decades apart, the brothers were reunited at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility. Their bond, tested by time and separation, remained unbroken. The 2024 Netflix series, Monsters: The Lyle and Erik Menendez Story, reignited public interest, shedding light on their claims of enduring sexual abuse by their father. New allegations, including those from former Menudo member Roy Rosello, added weight to their defense. In the vibrant world of 1980s pop music, during their 1993 trial, the Menendez brothers claimed they had endured years of sexual abuse by their father, a defense that was largely dismissed at the time. Rosello's allegations have now brought renewed attention to these claims. In May 2023, the brothers' legal team filed a habeas corpus petition, citing Rosello's testimony as new evidence supporting their defense. This, along with other factors, led to a resentencing hearing that took place on May 13, 2025. Nearly 30 years since their 1996 conviction. In May 2023, the brothers' legal team filed a habeas corpus petition, citing Rosello's testimony as new evidence supporting their defense. This, along with other factors, led to a resentencing hearing that took place on May 13, 2025. Nearly 30 years since their 1996 conviction, Roy Rosello's courageous decision to share his story has not only shed light on his own trauma, but has also played a pivotal role in re-examining a case that has captivated the public for decades. On May 13, 2025, Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Michael Jessic resentenced the brothers to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole over the strenuous objection of the Los Angeles District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who argued that the brothers have not been fully truthful about their crimes. The decision was influenced by their rehabilitation efforts and new evidence supporting their abuse claims. With their resentencing, the brothers are now eligible for parole. A parole board hearing is scheduled for June 13, 2025. Governor Gavin Newsom has ordered a risk assessment to determine if their release would pose a threat to public safety. While the parole board's recommendation is crucial, the final decision rests with the governor. The Menendez case has resurfaced in public discourse, thanks in part to documentaries and dramatizations on platforms like Netflix. These portrayals have reignited debates about the brothers' motives and the justice system's handling of their case. Some argue that media coverage has humanized the brothers, while others caution against letting entertainment influence legal outcomes. Family members have expressed mixed feelings. While some relatives support the brothers' release, citing their rehabilitation and the alleged abuse they endured, others remain skeptical. The family's divided stance adds another layer of complexity to the parole decision. As the parole hearing approaches, all eyes are on the Menendez brothers. Will their decades of rehabilitation and the support they've garnered be enough to secure their freedom? Or will the gravity of their crime keep them behind bars? Only time will tell. Can they go from a heinous crime to a potential second chance? The Menendez brothers' story continues to captivate and divide. I personally agree with the resentencing. It feels like a long overdue step toward justice. As a children's court defense attorney, I cannot tell you how often we see cases of deviant parent predators who prey on their kids. It is way more prevalent than people care to admit. It's also disheartening to know that during their second trial, crucial evidence suggesting they acted out of fear from alleged abuse was excluded. Such omissions can significantly sway a jury's perception, even in trials meant to be impartial. Judges hold immense power in shaping a trial's narrative, and when certain testimonies are barred, it can inadvertently steer the outcome. It's a stark reminder of how the legal system, while striving for fairness, can sometimes, most times, fall short. As always, this is your girl, Chomsi. Please weigh in on whether you believe these brothers should be getting a second chance. Let us know your personal experience with the justice system. Stay tuned to People's Court for updates on this unfolding legal drama and other ones to come.